This ain't entertainment. This is a move. This is prophecy with a pulse. A soundtrack for the remnant. We don't just make music. We speak fire from the corners of the city to the gates of the kingdom. From survival to revival, from chemo chairs to dry bones rising. Guerrillas Radio ain't just about beats. It's about power. Power to heal. Power to rise. Power to remember who we really are. We're street bred, spirit led, anointed with the oil of war and peace. We don't fold. We don't flinch. We go gangster on fear. We go holy on sickness. We go full of flames for the people of Yah. So if you're tired of dead religion, if you're done with fake healing, if your soul been searching for the real sound of heaven, you just tapped in. This is your Relis. And this is the sound of faith on fire.
Mount Sinai with the thunders, yeah, that's divine steel. Ain't talking about religion, it's that bloodline drill. Tribal Judah in my veins, I was born with that zeal. Leviticus taught me clean, no swine on my plate. They throw pork in the pot, we throw truth in their face. I keep the modem, feast, days no breaks. While the wicked keep wildin', we just tighten our gates. This ain't fashion, fringes, swing with that mic. Zitsy out on my cloak when I step in the fight. No compromise, Deuteronomy's my blade. The word cut deep, sharper than a switchblade. The nation, walking in these laws, no hesitation. 16 in the chamber, no fear. We face temptation. Yeah, got fringes swinging, shit back blazing, world steady hating. Yeah, but we ride with y'all, talk deep, no fake imitation. Yeah, it's my determination, covenant sealed, no deviation. Yeah, heart of a lion, mind on Zion, no negotiation. Yeah, law-keeping warriors standing bold in every nation. Yeah, we don't fold, we rise through tribulation. Yeah. They mock the name, but we fear y'all only. While they chase cash and clout, we walk holy. This ain't easy, now it's war every day. But I slay with the word like David when I pray. Don't need a pulpit, this truth hit the street. We the remnant in the hood, bringing heat to the sea. Ain't no pork, shrimp, crab, yeah, that law still stand. I don't care if they laugh, I obey the command. They flex on Sabbath, we rest in His might. From sundown to sundown, we walk in that light. Numbers 15, keep us draped in that blue. They say we extreme, nah, we just real with the truth.
They want us lost in the world, chasing dreams and pride. But we got laws in our hearts, can't run, can't hide. We keep the feast, we guard the word, we walk that line. Cause the Torah is life and y'all's time is divine. It's my determination, walking in these laws, no hesitation. No hesitation. 6 to 13 in the chamber, no fear. We face temptation, we face temptation. Got fringes swinging, Shabbat blazing, world steady hating. World steady. But we ride with Yah, Torah deep, no fake imitation. It's my determination, covenant seal, no deviation, no deviation. Heart of a lion, mind on Zion, no negotiation, no negotiation.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. What? Oh, let me do it. I tell you. All right, there you go. Welcome. My name is Mike, rooted in Hebrew. Shalom, shalom, Sister Patia. I'm glad you was able to make it in this morning. I was following some feeds, and this thing with Burkina Faso. Now, one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to speak bad about the sister. What's this sister? Erica Shimbori. And I'm seeing people taking stabs at her. But I remember that sister some years ago. She's always been saying the same thing about us or what we need to do. But then I'm seeing a routine with us. We may have the right desires for us to come together as a people. And we always ask this question. I'm quite sure you, Sister Patty, you can attest to this. We always say, why Black people can't get it together. The nations even say that, although they part of the problem. This thing here with citizenship and things of that nature, yeah, it kind of, that is with Burkina Faso. It would appear that it just like blew up and blew out. And now, some people on the media is taking stabs at Sister Erica Shimbori and things of that nature. But truthfully, when you take a step back and you start looking at things, shalom, shalom, Sister Cynthia, you start to ask yourself questions. And it's the same one. Why is it we can't get ourselves together? And at the same time, now this is one thing we got to keep always on the chopping table. We always had someone or some plant, some agent that's always involved in something that we're trying to put together. Always. No other nation has that. Let's call it a flaw. A flaw not on us. A flaw from the nation that they bring in. And they've been doing it for years. What was that dude's name? Some politician. I forgot his name. And I know your brothers heard me say this. Brothers and sisters heard me say this. They asked this guy, what is the most dangerous thing for the United States? And he said, Negro unity. And that's still a danger. That is still a danger. No matter how much they went in and took our book, used our book against us, used our book for their own personal gain. That's what they did. And now, while they're using that book, they came across something they knew was very damaging to them. And they know that it's going to happen. That's one thing they do know. Yeah, they're fearful. And they can sit there and put up 3 inches of makeup to make like that they are not concerned. Sister Patty, hold on, let me just do it this way. Hold on. Yeah, we always had that. We always had this, Sister Patty. Always. And it seems, it don't seem, due to our forefathers' disobedience, we was put in that position to not know who we were. We was trying our best to fit in with everybody else. We did. Some of us, or some of our people rather, flipped. When I say flip, when I'm talking about they flipped their hatred on themselves against us. I'm talking about, I just use the word, a Black person hating on another Black person intently. You got some out there. They can't stand it. I mean, it's like, they'd rather be around another race than their own people. That's how bad some of our people have become. But no matter what happens or what we go through, we got to continue to maintain. That's one thing we must do. They did everything, and it's doing everything. They need these minerals from that country where we're from. You got, now it was stated now. And I'm gonna say, well, a lot of this stuff, brothers. I mean, I move with, I try not to, to judge no one or to come in and say, this or that for a person when I have not spoken to that person. This is the reason why I'm not going to speak. You're not going to get me to speak ill about that sister, because you got people that's working against people who's looking for that to happen. That's one thing about it. Yeah. Now, Sister Cynthia, I am up under the same assumption. I am. And when it's all over said and done, Sister Cynthia, we do have to move shrewdly because we know the system. At least we should know the system. One brother sent me a clip, and I watched it. And there one of the sisters, she was saying that she moved to Burkina Faso and everything, all that. We just got to be shrewd about what we're doing. Period. Truthfully, it seems whatever you're trying to do, you need to keep quiet about doing it. Because it's like the more information you put out there, the more blockage you're going to encounter. Period. But ever since the year of return, when Ghana put that out there, man, please, Africa has been that major store where everybody was saying this and saying that move to Africa, buy land. All the scams came up and came out. But one thing I'm gonna tell you this though. You've seen a large amount of us start thinking more seriously about moving back. This is the reason why I said the last time I did a live. This nation ain't trying to send us back to North Africa. No, nuh-uh. If you're talking about having common sense, that's one common sense they use. And they know the moment that they send you back, Sister Cynthia and Sister Patia, they send us, please. That's a done deal. It is absolutely a done. You're talking about the death of the dollar dying immediately. There's no resuscitation. It's dead. Straight Gehenna. That's what you're talking about. Now, I've seen some brothers say they're going to push you out, force you out. I'm sorry, I cannot see that one. No, what I'm seeing is, well, I'm going to go back. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do it this way. Yahusha. Let's go back and look at his life and see what our life is going to be, because trust and believe everything that happened to him is going to happen to us. It's going to. And we cannot even attempt to think that we go come out of this captivity unscathed. Shoot, you might hang that up. We're going to have cuts, bruises, bumps, everything. Wait a minute, hold on, sister. Let me do it this way. Mm-hmm. You know what, Sister Patty, before I talk about the Yahusha, that's going to be more so based upon a personal preference, because now let's not get understand. That's a whole lot of desert out there in Burkina Faso, and so now we have to be true about what we do. When I say that, let me give you a good example. I ain't gonna give you no good example. I'm gonna tell you a reality that happened. Me and these brothers, we was sitting at a bar, eating on some chicken wings, and we was talking about relationships. And one brother was talking about he wanted to find a wife. And so they was telling me, yeah, so and so, and everything. But I'm like, no, bro. I go in. It don't make sense lollygagging about the situation. And so I asked the brother, I said, you like thin women, skinny women, thick women, full-figured, whatever the situation may be? And I said, but you got to be honest about what you want. Because she may be pretty in the face, but she may be too thin for your liking. So I said, get what you like. If you want, when it comes down to a job or trade, look at the trade to something that you know you would love to do, because it's going to minimize some of the stress that you're going to encounter. And so this brother, he married this sister. She was a thin sister from the word go. But I knew what his desires was. And eventually, his desires got him into a sinful situation. The women he always had a desire for is what he got in trouble with. And I came back to him. I said, bro, we had that conversation. We all of us sitting at the table. And these brothers came back and said, man, Mike, you called that on point. And, now he's regretting it and everything. I'm like, oh, brother, you got to be real with yourself. So the same thing is going to happen. If it's Burkina Faso, then you know for a fact that you love the place in Burkina Faso, so be it. If you know that you would like to live in Ghana, do your research. Because, like I said, you're going to have a measure of stress, but not as much, because you're doing something that you like to do. You're at a place where you like to be at. It's just like you going to this some country you never seen before, never heard of, and you just set up camp. So it's all about your choices when it's all over said and done. It's about that. Exactly. That's one. Hold on, Sister Cynthia. Wherever you move, it's going to be your home forever. Excuse me. And that's the thing we have to take into consideration. But with this movement, this shift that we're seeing, brothers trying to get, families trying to get to Africa and things of that nature. Brother, do you think the government don't see this? You think the government don't understand that? When what was that, 2019, 2018, talking about the year of return, how much money did Ghana get? Ghana got billions of African American dollars. So now you think about that for a moment. The shock wave that went down the spine of the United States, they took $1 billion. Now imagine if they took $1 trillion. Imagine that. This is the reason why I'm saying I do not think that they're going to, like, whatever hatred they may have, I don't care. But when it gets down to the money and cents, oh no, Either they're going to be real with reality, they know, and this is just my assumption. This is just my assumption. No. If they, with all the hate, yeah, they do hate us. They do. But you 14% Negroes based in the United States has put this country in a very bad pickle because of our spending, how we move money. And do you think that they're not thinking about that, brothers? What? They can sit up here and talk about crypto all they want. They can sit here and talk about crypto until they blue in the face. It's not going to stop how we move money. They talk about us like dogs. They push us out there in front of our own brothers and sisters for them to hate us. But at the same time, what? They was it last year? Last year they was it? Yeah, I think it was last year. They laid off I ain't gonna say laid off. They took 300,000 black women away from their jobs. I know that may sound massive. No, that's not. They know exactly who moves money. And so trust and believe that 300,000, they're going to have to bring that back. They're going to have to if they want to survive. They need that black spending power. That's what they need. That's what they want. And we're the only people that spend with the nations. Now you imagine that for a moment. Imagine that the 14% of Negroes in the United States, and I'm talking about Negroes in the United States only. I'm not talking about from the four corners of the earth. Put them back in Africa. Put them in Africa. Give them, or you ain't gonna give them. We're gonna spend. We're going to spend. You talking about resources and nations coming in there? No, you're gonna have a problem. That's what you're going to have. They just not go come in there thinking they go haphazardly move about willfully up on their own time. Now you gonna have a situation. That's what they're going to have. You think these niggas don't know this stuff? They know this. They would get themselves, for them to let us go, would get themselves hemmed absolutely up. Now, for the dumb Gentiles out there, they don't mean a hill of beans. They just living off of hate. That's it. Not knowing that the fact is this: we move money. Not only move money, we are the inventors that made their lives a lot simpler, a lot easier. That's what we did. And we continue to do it. That's what we do. We just have that gift. Period. That's what we have. And they have fear. They have fear. If you ever noticed, I don't too much watch sports. I play it before I watch it. Football, basketball, top dogs of the industry. Now, but when these broadcasters get on, they gotta bring in a little drama. You know, make things like intense, especially when it comes to football, and basketball too. And it gets everybody all hyped up. It keeps them entertained. Go back 20 years. You didn't see a lot of black sports broadcasters. You didn't. Oh no, you seeing a lot of them, and you seeing black women too. You seeing it? They know. You got to put those. You got to put these people out there. They keep the people wrapped. They keep the people blood flowing. That's what we do. And with all of that, and they want to make like everything is okay. It's not. It is absolutely a very serious time in which we're living in. That's what we are, truthfully. It may, they can go out there on TV and put these commercials out showing like interracial couples and things. That is the biggest front you will ever see. The biggest front. I was looking at looking at a lot of commercials, and they want to, and if it's a white guy and his family, it's him with a black woman and then an interracial child. This is what they feed, and it's truthfully, I don't think that's for the nation. I think that is for us. It's geared to us to give us this false saying that, hey, we all the same people, and you all know we are not. We are not. We're not equal. We are not equal. No, we're not. A lot of brothers woke up and they speaking about these things. Now, Sister Cynthia, I don't either. I truthfully don't. But when you lost, and then at the same time to be lost, and I'm talking about our brothers, they, with this awakening, let me go at it at this angle. If we just take the time out to listen, read, we will be a whole lot better off. A whole lot better off. But we just, we do more assuming, and assumption comes with a feeling. It comes with the feeling. You got to take your emotions out of this. Yeah, religion taught you, hey, we all God's children. That's what they taught us. And so when brothers say, you literally have to be untaught and retaught. And truthfully, we do. It's a lot of things that I was taught. I was taught that the 144,000 were the white men, the only ones that was going to heaven, who was of the heavenly class out of the religion of Jehovah's Witnesses. You talking about being raised in that. Let me tell you something. I was raised in that before I even started grade school. So now you think about that now. From a child on up to a grown man. This is what I was taught. Paradise Earth. We all, God's people. And and you just sit back, and it ain't just Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm talking about Christendom across the board. Christendom across the board. Because when it's all over said and done, it goes right back to where it came from. Christendom. All religions going to lead back to Christendom. This is the reason, like I said, I think the beast, religion, I think they're the same, one and the same, because they work hand in hand. Well, and truthfully, if our members, family members, would take the time out to reason, shalom, shalom, Brother Robert. If we take out the time to reason and look at history and see how they manipulated our book, saying that the law was done away with. And then Yahushua came back and he said, woe to those that does not keep my Father's law. It's right there in the scriptures, brothers. And that woe, brothers and sisters, who that woe meant and dedicated to if these so-called people are done away with. If these so-called laws are done away with. Yahushua said it. It's like right now, it's to us, it's like common sense. That's what it sounds like, to which it is. But when you start talking to your family members, people in Christendom, it's like the devil got a blinder on them that is absolutely unbelievable. That's what it looks like. Yahushua said, woe to those that does not keep my Father's law. Look at a people. Those laws are for people. And Yah said, my people are destroyed due to a lack of knowledge. And whether we was taught wrong and things of that nature, we still suffered by not following the Most High's laws. Look at black neighborhoods. When you look at a neighborhood and you're in let's just say a major city, go to all black neighborhoods. And then you go and then at the same time, you look at the rest of the neighborhoods and you start doing a comparison. You start, over here, this one is drug infested, a lot of crime over there, whatever situation may be. Yeah, you go see that curse. You go see that woe that Yahushua said that's going to be woe to those that not keep my Father's law. Those was his people he was talking about. It's a lot of things that we can do, brothers, and to show our people who got affected by this. And it was us. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Shalom, shalom, Brother Earl. Yeah, and you know what, Brother Robert? That is so true. Because I never went to a church. Never. Only time I stepped inside of a church was somebody's funeral. But I noticed when I do go there, and shalom, Brother Kenneth. I went to my cousin's funeral some years ago. And all this preacher did was yell. He quoted one or two scriptures and he just yelled. And then some people started standing up and things, all that, I'm not accustomed to that. I'm all about, things moving in a calmly manner. And he had a jerry curl. I mean, it's all over the place and it started dripping. And so I'm just looking, I'm just looking at him, and I'm like, what is he saying? There was no encouragement to the family. Family on the front row, while he was yelling, they was crying. While he was yelling, they was crying. I did not hear any words of encouragement. Nah. But this is what we came up with now. This is what these nations got into our book. Like I said, they got into our book, and they they manipulated us, and it's still happening. But I will say this though, you got brothers and sisters starting to look at religion in a different format, because truthfully, like I said, with this stuff that's going on in Chicago and this incident with this little young sister, I think it was 2 little white boys or 3 white boys that end up killing this little sister and essaying the sister. I think the sister had like 8 years old. Come on now. But these are the same individuals, the religion that is. That's how many that stood up and said something about it. Have you ever seen a Catholic religion stand up against the United States as to the treatment of us? No. You ain't seen no religion, truthfully, stand up and speak about the stuff that they're doing in Chicago and what they plan on doing in Memphis, Tennessee. No, not one time. Have you seen any major preacher stand up about this? No. You ain't seen no musician. You ain't seen nobody. Where's Oprah? But these are the things we contend with. Because if you, like what Brother Robert said, you can tell when they don't read the Bible. It's the people that read the Bible and they bring back Bible truths and they start talking to individuals. Oh, yeah, man, please. You sound like an idiot to them. That's what you're going to sound like until they start to reforming their heart condition. This is something they go want to do. They got to want to do it. And see, truthfully, and when you're talking about a heart condition, you're talking about, let's just say it this way. A lot of us started to have thoughts in our minds. Why is it that Black people can't get it together? Why do this world hate us so much? Those are the questions that start softening up the heart. Those are the questions that the Most High listened to from you. And from those questions, he started to let you see a little bit more. And you start asking more and more questions. So eventually what happens, with a lot of us, we start to get more and more into the scriptures. Because they started to answer a lot of things, especially that of Deuteronomy. You're talking about the book of Jeremiah. Now, when you start to really look at, and then you get into Matthew chapter 24, Luke chapter 21, you're starting to see, hey, he said this is going to be happening amongst who? His own people. Then you start to look at your own people. And that's when the Most High started, he started putting those dots in order. He started connecting them for you. And then, but when you come across that type of knowledge, you come across some hatred That's what you're going to come across. They're going to put you in a category with other individuals. I don't care if it's a camp. They're going to do it. Oh, you that black Hebrew Israelite, you part of them. That's what they're going to do off the top. This awakening, it is a fabulous moment in history. The Most High has turned his attention back to his people in this so-called year of 2025. The rebuilding of Zion. This is what he's doing. Now, you have our people who are still under the belief that they're Gentiles. That they are, and I kid you not, I know some right down to this day, they still hooping and hollering, talking they're Gentile. Yeah, you know, Sister Cynthia, I'm at the mindset. This is just my mindset. The Most High, he's going to stand out. He is set apart, and it's going to be. And it's like I seriously believe that it's going to be the Most High who's going to. We all know this, but from a standpoint of who did this, it will not be said of any organization said they got black people together and things of that nature. I don't see that happening. I do not see any organization saying, "Hey, we did this here. We the one did this and did that." I don't see that. I see the Most High standing by himself, and for the world to know exactly how he gets down. I don't think it's going to be an organization. I do not see that. No matter how much we would like to come together, I just don't see, because I'm every time it seems when there is something that is attempting to be put together, there's always an agent. All it takes is one to bring down anything that they're, trying to put together. Every single time. But they cannot take out of the Most High's hand what he's building. This thing, like I said, with Burkina Faso, yeah. I talked to a brother who's he listened to them and everything, and he was telling me about what went down and things of that nature. Hold on for a moment. Yeah, hold on, Brother Earl. Oh yeah. Shoot. Brother Earl, let me say this. They taught us the same thing. Sunday, especially the first Sunday of the month, they encouraged the brothers and everything to go on field service and all that. Everybody was there on the first Sunday of the month. I used to play my music, after I went, them all got dressed and boom, then I go hang out or whatever, I'm playing my music. And the older people were saying, you shouldn't be playing no music on Sunday. This is the stuff they taught us. They took our book and rearranged our line of thinking. That's what they did. Sunday was a holy day. Now, check this out though. You can go into our book, and it's right there in black and white. But it seems that our people are hating the fact that we woke, we understand, and then at the same time, when it comes to their respect of an individual who do read the Bible, who understand the Bible, but if you black, the scripture clearly stated, the respect from your own people, that's going to be a battle within itself. And it is. Only the ones that are awakened listen to another awakened brother or sister. And those numbers are low compared to all of us. Christendom still reigns supreme. It reigns supreme. And brothers and sisters, truthfully, this is just my assumption. I'm not going to sit up here and say, like I said, this is just coming from me. This Exodus that we are standing to see, this is just me. I seriously believe the Most High is going to, He gonna throw a monkey wrench into the churches. That's gonna be unbelievable. Because no matter what religion we are in, brothers, we still spend. We spend. And the Most High knows there's so much money in religion, it is unbelievable. And we're talking about across the board. That's one thing. He knows, we know, boom. So now, in order to really affect them like that that gets their attention, because the Most High said he's going to put up a banner for all the nations. All the nations? Come on now. Who do you think who do you think? How do you think the Roman Catholic got rich? Stealing. The thieves. And where did that their first major victim came from? Us. It was us. We put them financially on the map. That's what we did. We financially put them on the map. They stole everything from us. And I can only imagine, brothers, how much of our belongings they took out of Jerusalem. They still got it. One thing about gold, it does not deteriorate. It does not. It does not, rust up. Brother Earl, I seriously believe from the Most High's love, we have this thing. We have a free will. Free will. And I seriously believe the Most High is going to put that free will upon every last one of us. We're going to have that choice to make. We're going to have it. The world will have to recognize who we are. And so, what? To recognize who we are, but first and foremost, in order for us to be known who we are, the Most High got to stand out first and foremost. He got to stand out first. So in order for him to stand out first, his hand is going to be placed upon his people. These nations are going to have to know, these are my people. Boom, that's how we stand out. The Most High will have to always stand out first and foremost. He will have to, in order for us to come out. And that's when free will, that choice you will make. Like I said, brothers, we don't have to worry about Adam and Eve. We don't have to worry about what the Israelites did back in the days. We're about to be put in that same predicament. You got to make a choice. You're going to be forced to make a choice. It don't make sense for us to sit around and talk about, man, what were Adam and Eve thinking about? You're about to find out. We all are about to find out what they was thinking about, because you're going to be put in that same predicament. You're going to have to make a choice. Ain't no straddling the fence on this. If you go stand firm right now, brothers and sisters, we got to stand firm further into the future. This is what we will have to do. The world is not trying to let us go. The world is not. They'll keep you in the slums or whatever the situation may be, but they know they need you because that's how they get rich. That's how they become rich. It's due to our sorrow. And like I said, brothers, if we, and I'm just only talking about the 14.3% of African Americans, that little small number amongst us globally, that little small percentage, how is it that we are can cause a great, you're talking about a dent. Brothers, I'm talking about total collision of a nation if we were to get up out. And I'm just talking about this 14.3. And you're talking about the rest of us. How is it that the Most High put his hand upon that little tiny group of people? And these people, they still fearful. They got so much fear going down the stream of their back. It is unbelievable. But talk a lot of nonsense like, hey, we this, we that. Please. But this is what they're pushing out. I do not see it at all. I see more of a they want to bring back Jim Crow. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. They want to bring back Israel dropping their heads when they walk by. They want to see Israel step off the sidewalk and let them walk by. That's what they want to see. But it's not written in the scriptures. The scriptures clearly states there will be no end to Jacob's rule. A brother, I seen this clip today, and he was talking about the covenant that the Most High was making. And he said, and truthfully, he was speaking against us, truthfully. He was saying that the covenant, he said, he made a covenant with Adam, and through his seed, this here, that there. Then he went to Abraham. He said, and through his seed. But then I didn't agree with him, what he was saying, because he was saying this is for the world. This covenant was with the world. To a degree, I understand what he's saying, and to another degree, because it's one scripture that trumps all of it. One. There will be no end to Jacob's rule. And see, and when he was talking there, saying that this covenant, there's some with the word. And then he went to Abraham. He was talking about Abraham. Abraham had other kids That is absolutely true. Yes, we are of the Hebrews, but the Most High streamed it. He streamlined that. Yes, he did. He streamlined it. He went what? Went through Abraham, and then he got to Isaac, then he got to Jacob. And the scripture clearly states who's going to rule. This new covenant and the covenant that's still in existence and things of that nature, please. You know, the world can sit here and take our book, and they can continue to manipulate people. People can say, well, this is just my interpretation. Brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. One thing we don't do is call things our interpretation. It's what the Most High is teaching you. That's what it's going to boil down to being. He's not going to teach you wrong. We see what the world do. The scriptures clearly states that Hashatan has misled the entire inhabited earth. And he used what? False religion. I don't care what religion you're talking about. It's still false if it's not based upon that Torah. It came against the Torah. The religion said the laws are done away with. These people are no longer God's people. Talking about Israel. This is what they taught. And then they went into the laws. Hey, we need to hem these people up. Get them away from their laws. How do you get them away from the laws? We got to teach them. We got them in captivity. Hey, they're the ones who set up the slave thing, the slave trade. They set this up. And this is one thing our family don't see. It's like they don't see it, they don't understand it. If you take back, you go back in history and you start to see how things began. And you got some of our family members who detest that we are Israel. That's just how deep the lies, the false teaching goes. To get you away from the Most High. And for us to be wakened, we're a threat. We are a threat. Period. That's who we are. Now, these people that's claiming, there are people who do not stand out in the media. They study the Bible privately. And they know exactly how to move whatever teaching they want to get out there. They hand it over to another preacher. The ones that like being on the stage, the ones who like to hear themselves speak, they hand it over. But they know, hey, this is speaking against us. But we need for them to understand this here. This is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. Right down to this very day. And this is when the awakening is happening. I mean, the devil, he woke up too now. Let's not get it twisted. He woke up too. He woke up and said, oh, my days are numbered. These Negroes are waking up. And if they wake up to the point that they understand who they are, now if they understand who they are, they're going to understand that power that's within them. And if they understand that power that's within them, they're going to tell me what to do. And I got to do it. Oh, yes, he's heated. You talking about Revelation chapter 12? Yeah, that's the moment we may That's the moment we are in. That's where we are at right now. That gorge of water, what? They talk about us like dogs. They rely on us like dogs. That's that flood of water. That's what it is. That's that fear that is absolutely lacing their whole body, mind, and soul. They're trying to use the media to enrage people, and that is working now. Let's not misunderstand that. That is working. It's absolutely working. But the Most High know exactly how he's going to maneuver things. And like I said, I am under the assumption if you really want to hit the world at one time, and we know that the strength of religion, hit religion. The Most High say the Most High say one word, and the world will fall to their knees. Period. He said, salvation came to the nations due to what? Israel unfaithfulness, disobedience. We wanted to be like the world so much. Most High say, you know what? I tell you what, in order for you to understand me, you got to go through it then. I'm going to give you over to the nations. And did he not do that? This is the worst time in history for Israel. Yeah, we've seen slavery. We've seen it. But up to this point, this is the worst time for us, the descendants of Israel. The worst time. We can't sit up here and think we're gonna. No, this is that 400-year judgment. Y'all remember when Trump signed off on that? He signed off on it, stating that African Americans been in this country 400 years. He signed off on it in judgment. Yeah, now how did that judgment start off? Started off with C-19. You want to talk about people staying in their homes? Whoo, the world did its thing. The world did its thing. And along with that, now you think about the people, because the Most High, hey, let's not get it twisted. Although they're working against us, the Most High, he shares knowledge with them. He shares knowledge with them. He does. They know exactly what's about to happen. But in order for them to continue to maintain the lie, they got to continue to lie. And they're lying. They're lying. The devil knows that he has been using fear over Israel for thousands of years. He used fear. When you go back and you start looking at the scriptures, when an angel came up to a servant or whatever, they always said, don't be afraid. Majority of the text, when it came to an angel relaying a message, they always say, do not be afraid. This captivity that we have been accustomed to, this is the worst of it all. And it's the end of it all. That's where we stand up right down to this very day. That's where we are. This is where we're at in the stream of times. This is the time where standing firm, hey, there's benefits to it. The Most High said that the scene of the world is changing. Right now, if you're not with the world, you're not down with the world, you're not speaking with the world, you are looked upon as a outcast. But the Most High said, the scene of the world is changing. It's going to be those holy men, those set apart men, those set apart sisters that's going to be reigning supreme. See, right now, yeah, you can, what? You can get into the world, you can curse up a storm, or whatever the situation may be. You feed into the world, trust and believe. You're going to die with this world. That's what the Most High said. Now we can see why the Most High said it's going to be a remnant. It's going to be a remnant. And you know, this is going to be, I mean, so, hey, Sister Cynthia, I think we all do. I think we all do. But you have some people that want to come in and say they want life. And where do life starts with? It starts with the Most High. He said he is the life. So people want that life, but they want to bring that flesh with them. That's what they want to do. They want to bring that flesh right along with them. They want to dictate to the Most High how they want to live, but they don't want the Most High to tell them how they need to live. That's the problem. That is the problem. And the Most High got laws, and those laws was based upon the nations. Well, no, let me say that. The laws that the Most High put out for his people was what the nations was doing. And the Most High came and said, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. He looked at the nations and good night. Our forefathers put us right in the belly of that beast. That's what they did. They put us right in the midst of the belly of the beast. If you want to talk about a people that has experience with this, oh, raise your hands. You can't help but raise your hand. You talking about battling with wicked spirits? That's us. Intense hatred, that is absolutely us. Discombobulated spiritually, whoop, that's us. This has been the worst time for Israel. You can still go to Africa. Oh, you can go here in the United States. You still see people who got white Jesus hanging up on their walls. You still do. We still see that. That's how deep the lie went. Now, the Most High, truthfully, the Most High is allowing us to use the internet. He's allowing us to use different things, chat, GPT, things of that nature, to get his message across. That's what he's doing. Truthfully, we would not be having this conversation if we didn't YouTube and things of that nature. Most High comes right in and use it. He'll allow us to use it so that, hey, you can talk to this person or have a conversation with this person living in a different state, different country for that matter. But his word will reign supreme. This good news of the kingdom will be preached in all the inhabited earth. Shalom, shalom, Sister Linda Cross. That's what he said. And then he said, and then the end will come. Brothers and sisters, truthfully, this awakening is the kingdom. And truthfully, this is that awakening of a kingdom, because it is at hand. Yahushua, he started it off. What? Now, this is the difference between us and our forefathers during that time. Some of our forefathers, did not believe that he was the Most High's son. The scribes and the Pharisees, those scribes and the Pharisees. Whoo, brothers. I'm about to relay. Well, let's do it this way. Yahushua, he came, right? What was he doing? He came preaching. He was set the example of bringing Israel back into the fold. That's what his mission was. He got it started. Along with that, he was healing the sick, raising the dead. That's what he was doing. And it got to a point where he gave authority to his apostles. Now, mind you, this Yahushua, when he was raising the dead, healing the sick, and all this, what was that? What else was happening? There was an intense hatred from the scribes and the Pharisees, who called themselves leading Judah. So yeah, they was the wicked media then. That's who they were. And they fed this, that lie or whatever, conspiracy to the people. Because when it came down to it, because Yahushua, he was always telling the people, hold tight on that. Don't be telling people, I healed you. You know, don't go telling them. He was saying that for a legitimate reason. He had a work to do, and he knew that there was going to be some hatred out of what he was doing. He was taking the fame that these scribes and the Pharisees was enjoying, but he was bringing a spiritual side to it. The scribes and the Pharisees, straight flesh. That's what, because one of the groups didn't believe in the resurrection. But what? Here you go. Yahushua raising the dead. So now let's take his experience and that of the apostles when they was doing the same thing. They was healing the sick, raising the dead. And they brought in all of that heat. It got so bad to the apostles, they had to scatter. Their life was in jeopardy. Brothers and sisters, the same thing is about to happen right now. Our lives are going to mimic that of those apostles and that of Yahushua. He said, you want to do things greater than these. That's what he said. Now, let's just imagine, just for a moment, biblically imagine, you brothers and sisters got powers now. So it's seeing the resurrection. Yahushua said, you're going to do things greater than these. Whoo! Now, what that greater is, that remains to be seen. But it's going to be seen. And now, you just hold on. You have this ability to do this here. And I'm talking about Yahusha's people, Yah's people. We're not talking about the nations. I'm not even trying to hint this is for the nation, because it's going to be the nations who's going to get upset at you. Our lives mimic Yahusha. That's what it does. And so now, when you're starting to see a people healing, let me just do it this way. Let's go back. Let me go in reverse. Healing starts at home first. Healings start at home first. That's biblical. So now, can you, Sister Linda, Sister Cynthia, imagine yourselves healing your own people? Healing. Whatever gift that you may have, you're using it for your people. And now, if you're using it for your people, guess who's going to get upset? Guess who's going to feel that they got left out? Or guess who's going to feel, man, if they use that power against me, I'm hemmed up. So now, when they start to see these things, they're going to do exactly what the scribes and Pharisees did. They're going to get upset. They're going to start to say, hey, we got to do something about these people. They raising up, they rising up, they got the power. The Most High has shown his hand amongst his people. There are reports that they're doing this. There are reports that they're doing that. And they're looking at all the dirt that they done did. So now how do you think that they are going to turn around and think, well, we need to put some fear in them. Oh, brothers and sisters, yes, you want to get set for this. It's going to happen. Yahushua set the example. He showed you exactly what he went through and how they was feeling about him. You now as for brothers and sisters scattering, no, I don't. If they do during our time, have to scatter, trust and believe, brothers and sisters. It ain't the fact that they're scattering. It's the fact that they're hiding and they're still doing what they need to do with the powers that they may have. That's what's going to happen. Yes, that's a part of their fear. They understand those scriptures. The Most High will let them know, hey, yeah, that's going to be the thing right there, Sister Linda Cross. Can Sister Cross, do you remember those two little young brothers they found in the hills in Atlanta? Now, hold on. I'm going to show you something. Can you imagine a brother, sister, raising them from the dead? Come on now. I know this stuff sounds like it's far-fetched. Yahushua said you're going to do things greater than these. We might well stand on that, brothers. Hold on to that. Because, yes, that's going to strike fear in them. Hey, we killed these Negroes and they back up and walking again. That's the thing. Yes. And I seriously believe this is going to happen before the great Exodus. I think it's going to have its part in us with this assuming this authority. Yes. Shalom, Sister Tracy. Oh, yes. The two witnesses? Yes. Hold on. Yes. But now, when you're talking about brothers and sisters moving about with these type of powers, come on now. You're talking about some serious They're gonna have some. They will be having some serious conversations. They will start having some serious conversations then. The conversation is going. These Negroes got powers now. We hang some of them. They back walking again. What's going on? You want to talk about a fear, and then you go talk about an anger of a people and they will not know a way out. That's that in-depth thinking. When we start to look at these scriptures, brothers and sisters, when the Most High said, you're going to do things greater than these. Resurrection, healing the sick, what can be greater than that? But he said it's going to be, like I said, that prophecy remains to be seen. And I seriously believe, brothers and sisters, it's going to be seen very soon. Very soon. Oh, yeah, we're going to have to stay in the right standing with Most High. You know what, brothers? I was watching this, and it's been a moment since I watched TV. But anyway, I was watching this show, series. And these people, and I forgot the name of the show, but anyway, all of these people that had powers, they were black. All of them had powers to do different things, and all of them was black. Some of them was using their powers for selfish gain. Don't get me wrong; they were doing for selfish gain. But when the world found out that these people had power, they started watching them. You seen this, Sister Tracy? It was like based out of like Britain or something like that area, because of listening to their speech, and yeah, on Netflix. Yeah, I forgot the name of it though. Brothers and sisters, y'all, can you hold on just for a moment? Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm sorry about that. Sisters, I'm back. So, like I was saying, that I am up under the assumption that's what's going to happen, because if you start to look at Yahushua's lifestyle, things he did, not lifestyle, but his history that he left, and the opposition that he came up under. That's what we have. And then with that, I seriously believe we're going to see that would lead to an exodus. Because you're talking about nations, you're giving us money, whatever, to go, and we leaving out something. And it seems like, truthfully, it's more of a fear. Because that's what I'm seeing. It's like you're going to see different brothers and sisters doing different things. You're going to see that. Just like what Sister Tracy said, we have to be living in accordance with the Most High. I don't think all of us is going to have that. Now, that's one thing I do not see that. It didn't happen prior to Jerusalem destruction. When Paul was still asleep, Paul was hemming up his own brothers and sisters, killing them. He authorized Stephen's death. So yes, it's going to be real. And it's about to get real soon. And at the same time, they're going to be, that's going to be a sight to see. And truthfully, brothers, just us, all right, hold on. Let me do it this way, sister. Yeah, it's called Super Sale. But, did you notice, Sister Tracy, that the people that was watching them and holding the ones who had those powers captive, they was white? You seen it, Brother Earl? The people that was watching them and capturing them were white people. That's who they were. And they showing what? They showing in this series, they showed a working class couple, and then they showed the street class of people. They show a brother struggling to connect with his son. He had to give money to the mother so he can see his son. He was dealing with frustration. Yeah. These people are putting stuff out. And see now, with the media, with the TV, they put it out there as for entertainment. Now, entertainment, brothers, is looking more like eventually it's going to happen. Scripturally speaking, it's going to happen. Now, brother, I only seen that first, the first season. That's the only one I ever seen. And so now you come with the second season. It all depends on, how many people viewed in, to watch it in order to see whether a second season is going to be brought about. And so they do, they start calculating and adding money and things, dollars and cents. But that's what that, and I was surprised that they had that out there, truthfully. I'm serious. When I was watching, I was like, is it me? Or are they hemming themselves up? Now, the closest, but they considered him black. There was an interracial boy in this this series, and he had powers too. He was about, he was black and I believe like white or whatever the situation may be. But still, no matter how you look at it, they still consider you black. And so that was the only one I seen in there. And I think there was one Spanish looking girl, but she was more so on the black side. So I mean, regardless, is that they're seeing things and they know that there's something that's about to pop off. That's one thing the world is seeing. Like I said, I was shocked to see this. Like, wait a minute. And then they started showing all the people they had in locked up in their facilities were black. All of them. There was one sister, I tell you, there was one sister in there. They was drawing their blood. They were drawing their blood. They trying to analyze and break down, because yet and still, they do that right down to this very day. Yes, they know exactly who we are. They're trying to commandeer our blood and thinking that they can split this power up, not understanding the strength of the Most High. That's what they're not understanding. Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. You can type it in and it'll pop up. It'll pop up. I don't know, but was it 2 years ago? It was what's the name of that movie? Leave the World Behind. We got into it. We broke that thing down. And I'm talking about I'm talking about us. We broke that movie down. And it's like they're condemning themselves. They know what's about to happen. They know who these people are. They Sister Tracy. They lied to us so much that it's like they just giving out information. They giving out information. Because at the same time, the Most High said that the nations are going to see something about us. Because they're going to be the one that say, hey, we're going with these people. We see that the Most High is with these people. They never seen us move like this before. The most they ever seen, Sister Tracy, sports. Because during slavery, it was fear. Negroes were scared to pick up a book because they knew the outcome from it. Now, as they started, the Most High, hey, he gonna give out information too. They reading the Bible, they understanding it. He gonna let them know. He's going to let them know. No, these are my people. You are going to do this here. You want to do that there. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. You can let's just take hold on just for a moment. Let me turn this thing off. Hold on. Oh, there ain't no control. Hold on. they're going to they go really what they're doing, they're getting the world prepped. They're getting the world prepped for these things that's going to happen. The system of Satan is always trying to find a way out and a way to still mislead people. That's what I'm seeing. Now they can look at that series as entertainment, but when reality kick in, and when AI can't keep up with it, because before this exodus, these people will have to see something about us in order for them to recognize, hey, these are the people of the earth. They was beneath us. And how is it in this short period of time, when I say short, brothers, I'm talking about the end of the 400-year captivity. We're talking about 2019. That's a short time up to now. And from the history, you're talking about 400 years, having our heads down, living in fear, and to come up, wake up, rise up, and to maintain special gifts from the Most High. Yes, that's something that the world is going to take note of. And for the ones that's going to be smart about it, they're going to grab a Yahudim, the skirt of a Yahudim, because they're going to understand that the Most High is with these people. We've seen where they came from. The world knows exactly where we're coming from. That's the beauty of it. Globally, they go know where we're coming from. And they're going to be astounded. First, you have Michael Jordan hanging in air with a basketball. Brothers with footballs, knocking people all over the field. Sisters with tennis courts, slapping that ball across like lightning and thunder. Who was that? Somebody in the thing said that it was, oh yeah, there you go. They want our DNA. And that's exactly what they want. They're trying their best to commandeer it by force. You think all these sisters that's coming up missing, these brothers that's coming up missing, that what? They don't know what they're doing? They know exactly what they're doing. They looking at these scriptures. They know the scriptures. And then they're looking at the one they call Jesus. Hey, you're going to do things greater than these. And they know that's right there. That's when that little picture stops. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Let me see this. You know what, brother? And see, that's the thing. When the world step its game up, the Most High ain't playing with this. Let the beast step up. But there's going to be another choice we're going to have to make. It's going to be a choice we're going to have to make. The world has done so much stuff. It is absolutely unbelievable. A lot of stuff that the world did, brothers, we don't even think like that. We don't. They do. They go deep. They go straight demonically deep as to what they can do, what they want to do. But the Most High had to put us in that predicament. He had to put us in it. He told us, don't be like the world. Our forefathers, this is what they passed on to us. Poverty, poverty, fear, death. That's what they passed down to us. And brothers and sisters, when it's all over said and done, we gotta we gotta stop that curse. It is an absolute must that we look at that curse and change that. Because I know any one of us in our right mind do not want to pass it on. But when it's all over said and done, this is about obedience. That's what it's about. Obedience and trust. When the Most High said, don't be like the nation, he gave some examples out. He did. But the best way to teach a person, put them in it. Put them in it. And our family, our forefathers put us in this. That's what they did. They had those powers. The Most High was the one that was fighting for them, but they had the powers. Samson, brothers and sisters, if you are of Israel, you can have his DNA in you. All of us share the same DNA, same blood. We got lost. So when you get when you get lost, you lose everything. Amnesia is what we suffered from. Spiritual, that is. And that lasted for some years. Till some people came in and retaught us and told us, this is you, this is that, this is this, this is that. This white Jesus is who you're supposed to be worshiping. And we believed. We believed. And then we woke up. We woke up and we started looking upside that man's head. You knew exactly who we were. Yet and still you lied. And you got another people out there calling themselves who I am. And the world is believing it. This is that one power that they did not want to have. And that's just that. Let's just call it a simple awakening. That's what we got to do, Brother Earl, when it's all over said and done. Because it's not you, Brother Earl. It's not me. It's not the sisters. We are living for other brothers and sisters. When it's all over said and done, we're doing the same thing Yahushua did. What did he do? He died for a nation. That's what he did. He knew his mission. He knew his mission, and he did it. For 3 short years, he made an impact. And then it was not so much of it didn't appear to be a great impact, because you still had some non-believers. And they was of Israel. And yet for the people that's calling themselves that, it's a reason why they don't recognize Yahushua. It's a reason. It's a reason why they do not read scriptures from Matthew going to Revelations. It's a reason why they went in and chopped up our book to keep us in captivity. They knew we gonna get rich off of these Negroes. We going to be, we gonna be this. We gonna put ourselves there. We go be the cleanest of looking of people. And they did just that. That's what they did. Now, you have brothers, sisters, who is about to come into that brother Earl. You were talking about that beast system. Oh, brother, let me tell you something. Let them step up to that. Let them bring that, and trust and believe the Most High go step up too. He's letting the world make their own decision. And their decision is they don't want no part of the Most High. They want to be able to rule man the way they want to rule man. But he's the creator. Now, this is the stupidest thing. You want to supersede the creator. This is Satan now. You want to be like him. You can't even touch him. He will put out a lie and the world believes it. And they're believing it. But with that belief, they got to what? They got to kidnap us. They got to put us in up under test. They got to draw our blood. They got to have our skin and melanin. That's what they have to have. What's that? They cloned Tyrone. And for the brothers and sisters that know about that, you got to know the depths of that movie. It was there to make you laugh at one, but at the same time, with that laughter comes that ability to start to see things. Wait a minute. There's some truth to this thing. It ain't all about, laughing giggles. There was a serious side to that. Because when you got to the end of that movie, the man who was explaining everything, he said, no, we got to get rid of the dark skin and bring in that lighter skin. And that's what the movie was about. It kept the people in delusion. Kept them. It kept the people, our people, in a bad light from a world standpoint. People didn't want to be like us. The masses, that is. No, they did not. But they started to understand and they started to see things. The same thing is happening right down to this day. We know that there's a lot of sisters that are missing. You too, Brother Earl. I'm about to close it down too. You say about that, brother. We have a lot of brothers and sisters that comes up missing. Never. Wait. They're looking at things. They're hoping to be or to say, hey, we have manipulated this gene of these black people. And it was the small things that we was doing that they just could not comprehend. They could not understand. I forgot that sister's name, but Oprah Winfrey did a movie about this particular sister. Shalom, shalom, Brother Dave. She did a movie about this particular sister, and they still using her DNA down to this very day. Down to this very day. And whoever the person is, the people, whatever, they making money off of her DNA. Still. But the world hates when you speak about these things. They hate it with a passion. They know they cannot live outside of us. You too, Brother Robbie. You be safe out there, brother. I'm about to close it down too. Brothers, this is the thing. The system is going to ramp up. and it's ramping up. And just like I was telling you, brothers, the last time I was doing this, art imitates life. The system is the government is already shut down. Now, how in depth this shutdown is going to be, that remains to be seen. But my mother, I talked to her yesterday. My mother, 78 years old, at Section 8, they called her in. I knew this was going to happen. And they said, well, you okay? Your income has not changed and things of that nature. But eventually we have to call you back in, because I know eventually they're going to get rid of Section 8. My mother already knows it. Yeah, she said, Trump over there doing this and doing that. Yeah, he is. This system is made to make us uncomfortable now. It's making us very uncomfortable. It's going to happen. The system is going to shut down. They say to save money. Yeah, okay. Let that be that. This is that time, brothers. If you have any animosity towards your family, patch that nonsense up with the quickness. I mean, from the heart. You got any hatred with your family members, you need to straighten that nonsense out quick, in a hurry. And don't get me wrong. Some of the hurt that some family members has caused, it left a trench. You got to always pray to the Most High to keep your mind elevated on forgiveness for some situations. And with us, some of us, that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to do it. These times in which we're living in, brothers, this is a time of forgiveness. Of course, now, we're about to be bombarded. Like I said, you're going to have brothers and sisters with these powers. And the nation is going to get upset, and especially when they know they have done dirt. When they turn over, it's nothing but dirt. The sheets are so dirty. They know exactly. Henrietta, that's Henrietta Lacks. Okay. I believe that's the name. I don't even know. I forgot the name of the movie though. But this is what we're, brothers. This is with all the signs that they claiming that they have. Out of all the experiments they are doing and have done, they keep on digging a hole for themselves of fear. That's what they're digging. Yeah, Sister Cynthia. Yeah, that's a pretty good thing. And then in that also, I'm gonna jump over to here for a moment. In that series, sister, you will hear the sister say to her grandson, you know, he's supposed to be in some type of gang or something, and she said, "Y'all all are brothers. Why are you killing one another?" We said that here in the United States too. You're all are brothers, and I'm telling you, brothers, when the Most High stands and he's going to let it be known. The world is just not going to stand up in arrogance and we still left down here. Nuh-uh. The Most High is going to show exactly who his people are. And there's going to be a concern that they're going to have. They're going to have it. We got people right here doing some things that they're not accustomed to seeing, that they cannot believe, and AI can't even contend with it. AI go put out some. AI can only go so far, brothers. That's no. AI can only go so far. You know what? That's a good thing, though, Sister Cynthia. It's the hidden messages in these shows. Because, like I said, I was shocked to see them put that out. I was shocked. I'm like, wait, hold on. Then, as this thing comes, then it starts showing the people who's trying to control it. And it was white people. It's going to happen, brothers. And truthfully, it's a matter of time. The Most High already has his people in place. And when it's that time for them to awaken to those gifts, trust and believe. Ooh-wee. It's going to be on and popping, as the world may say. That's going to be a fearful time for a nation. Oh, you talking about a lot of PR then? It's going to be a lot of PR. Laced with lies. It's going to be that. But the more important thing is this. The world is going to see Judah come into some power. So now, they're going to lie. They're going to tell some lies off the top. They're going to tell a lie. They're good at lying now. That's their superpower, is a lie. They're going to do that. And we can attest to that. This is like 14.3% of African Americans. They got some of our own people hating on us. Oh, I don't want to deal with y'all Negroes. Y'all do this here, y'all do that there, y'all do this here, you do that there. That's what they feed to them. So it got to be something that we, it's 14%, that they're fearful of. It's something that they're fearful of. He says, let me tell you something. That lie, I tell you, sister. Yeah, it's a superpower. It is a superpower. And could tell a lie so smooth. Whoo! Oh my goodness, scared the daylights out of me. Hold on just for a moment. I'm back, brothers. So, I mean, in closing, brothers, keep the things that they got going on. We're not trying to feed into fear. Period. Those days are gone and long. No, we're not trying to feed into it. But don't get me wrong, brothers. You're going to have some brothers and sisters who's going to feed into that fear, and especially among the ones that are not awakened. And it's going to be up on us to be, to be the encouraging brother or sister. The Most High is going to stand. He's going to stand. And when he do, the world will have to see who you are. We are a representation of the Most High. That's who we are. Since the world knows who you are, but the world don't want people to believe in Yahuwah. In order for the people to believe, they're going to have to see something about you. Everything that you do, brothers and sisters, is going to lead right back to the Most High Yah. For whatever powers that you have is going to lead right back to the Most High Yah. It's written in the books. This is what the nation is going to see. They're going to see a people who has been trampled. They're going to see a people who has been trampled rise in a glorious way. Ways that they never thought that they would live to see. Never thought that they would see people do this here. All they ever done, has ever known was, it was written in the book. It was Jesus healed the sick, raised the dead. That's in the book. That's the furthest they're going to go with it. But not the Most High. The Most High said, you're going to do things greater than these. He spoke it. And his will be done. It will be done amongst his people. Not the world. Can you imagine the world talking about they got powers too? Now, let's not misunderstand this now. To contend a little bit with the Most High, Satan, just whatever things that he can do, yeah, he probably go put it up on some people, his people, to try to circumvent the Most High movement, which we already know. Yeah, okay. He can kick rocks with it. Because it's not going to stand. The scene of the world is changing. That flesh, brothers and sisters, is taking a nosedive. Brothers, whatever animosity that we may have against brothers and sisters, like I said, fix it. Fix it to the best of your ability. Base it up on the Most High's love. Whatever sickness that we brothers and sisters may have, look at that sickness as a joke, but do your part to continue to live. Always give glory to the Most High. Your mind is a power. Your mind is a power. You speak life on yourself in Yahushua HaMashiach's name, you got life. This is what we should be doing, brothers. Right on up to this time when he said, help. Sister Cynthia, you have this gift. Use it. But like I said, brothers, the world is going to get upset. Satan is going to get upset. He's going to maneuver the world to most definitely turn their attention to you. Because you, Israel, are going to take the attention from the world. That's what it's going to happen. It ain't just going to be Israel healing Israel. People are going to be seeing these people got powers that we don't have. Unless you want to think that a dollar is powerful. Israel, you are the money. We have the power of knowing how to move money. Shalom, shalom, Zenobia. That's what we have. And that's a minor, let's call it a minor power. We're talking about the Most High saying, Yahusha, saying, you're going to do things greater than these. Whoo-wee. That's going to be something else, my brothers. You know, back in the day, you know, when people talking about powers, when we was kids, they taught us everything was like, it was that was wicked. It was demonism. Now, but with this awakening, you're starting to see things a lot different. Now, granted, they may throw out some little demon symbol or whatever. We know exactly, oh no, this is not of Yah. We know things. We know things, what is of Yah and what is not of Yah. That's one thing we do know. He said, my people know my voice. Continue to listen to the Most High, Yah. That's where your life is going to come from. The world is built, the world is based upon fear and death. That's what it's based upon. Brothers, pray for your brothers and sisters continually. Things are it's going to get rough. It is. You got that shenanigan going over in Burkina Faso with citizenships and everything, and they're coming down. Some brothers are coming down on Sister Erica Shambori. These things are going to happen, and they are put there to cause discouragement. That's what is. I mean, off the top, brothers and sisters, that's what it's for. It's to discourage you. That's what it's there for. But we got to be like who is it? Not Jacob. What's his name? Joshua and Caleb. I tell you. Who is O'Shea Duke Jackson? Brother Dad. Oh, Duke Jackson. Wait a minute. No, that's not. All right. Yeah, but I'm telling you. Shalom, shalom, Sister Ema. But this is what we have to do, brothers. We have to do it. It is a must. This awakening, it is a blessing. And it is absolutely stressing at the same time because we woke. The world is upset. The world knows the meaning of this awakening. First, you got the awakening, and then he'll come what? Before you get up out of here, brothers and sisters, trust and believe, you're going to experience the power. The world is going to see your power. The world will have to see something in order for them to see, hey, they have the light. All right. I got you, Brother Dave. You know, like I said, I mean, I'm not going to say anything ill will to the sister. I'm not even trying to say that about somebody who worked my last nerve. I'm not even trying to get that towards brothers and sisters. Those days are long and gone. The dirt has been done. It's time to truthfully make peace with yourself and with the Most High, before the Most High. That's what we need to be doing. The world, they know exactly how to bring in discontent. They're good at it. It always starts with a lie. Their superpower. Their superpower is the lie. 3-piece suit with a pair of Stacey Adams is how they dress a lie up. That's it. That's their power. And if they could continue to throw discouragement out there, brothers and sisters, it's meant to get to you, not the world. It's meant to get up under your skin. The world ain't thinking about you and trying to get back to Africa. And for the vast majority of them, they were like, let those Negroes go. We will be better off without them. That's their line of thinking. This is what they're pushing out. But it's going to backfire off the top. It's going to backfire. It is. We're seeing things happening, brothers. Brothers are letting other brothers and sisters know, hey, we're seeing this, we heard this, we know this, and they start analyzing things. They start breaking it down. And that's only about means of the Most High. He gives you that vision of what they're going to do. He lets his people know this is what they're going to do. They're going to move this way and things of that nature. And brothers get out there and they share this. But the moment you brothers and sisters receive your gifts and you start working them, do not be shocked when they come upon you, the world. Everybody that may come upon you talking about, yeah, my grandson has cancer. Can you lay your hands upon him? And they can be just as wicked as all get out. Brother, you're still going to need discernment. You're going to have to move with a sense of shrewdness. Period. All people are not good people. Some come in, they can talk a good game and tell a good lie. They can tell a good lie where tears start dropping. I mean, they can tell a lie that have you crying. That's what the world is good at. But when you continue to pray to the Most High, ask for discernment, he will let you look, he will let you see through all of that. And you sitting back looking at them, you idiot, you must don't know who my Elohim is. But these are the gifts that the Most High he's given his people. Like I said, and once you really get into it, brothers and sisters, yes, the world is going to get upset. And if they can't get to you, they're going to get to somebody. They're going to look like you just to get you upset. He most definitely got us. He got us. And then at the same time, sis, let me tell you something now. He going to set you up that the world will have to be shut down. They're going to get to a point. They're going to get to a point where they're going to say, you know what? There's too many of these Negroes got power. Give them what they want and get them up out of here. Send them back to their land. Brothers and sisters, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. The Most High was that super powerful hand in Egypt. Now, there was a point where the Most High made a division. Because now those plagues, there was also, I think it was the first 5 plagues that was affecting Israel too, but they had warning. They had warning. And so with that warning, they prepared for that coming judgment. But the last 5, Most High, now, we will leave that to Egypt. And it was only the Egyptians that was being who's receiving those judgments. Brothers, the same thing is going to happen here. There's going to be a division. There's going to be a time where they're going to know. No. And when you're talking about Yahushua saying you have these powers within you, that's going to be that turning point. They're going to recognize this stuff is only with these people here. The world don't have this. They got it. They got it. We can't do nothing with these people. We make them upset. They're going to mess around and go Hulk on us. They're already upset. They're angry. What did we do to their people? We did they did some heinous things to our people. And you go tell me there's not some of them that wanted to get us hemmed up. This is the world. The world is going to be thinking these things. We're going to have to maintain discernment. We're going to have to. You ever caught they looking into something? We're going with these people. We see the Most High is with these people. Yeah, you're going to need discernment on that. You're going to need it. Some of these people are just flat out trifling. I'm going to give you a good point before I get there. Do y'all remember the situation that happened some years ago? A little Gentile boy was talking to somebody outside of a black church. And the person he was talking to felt for the boy, got emotionally involved. And so they invited him in. They had invited the boy into the church. And he went in that church and he started shooting up the church. I know you brothers remember that. And when he got finished, he arrogantly said what he said, did what he had done. And then went to jail and was protected. Was protected. I tell you. See, the word right now is arrogance. It's the arrogance is showing. So now, for you brothers and sisters, like Sister Tracy said, that show Supercell, that was one boy, and there was one man in that he had abilities. He had the ability to like transport himself. He think about a place, he boom, bam, he's there. He's there. And so, what they thinking about, what the world thinking about, they're taking what Yahushua said. The world is taking it seriously. They're putting it out there. This man, he has the ability to be here and then pop himself there. These are the things that the Most High said that his people will be doing. Well, greater things rather. All things are possible with the Almighty, Yah. But with man, it is absolutely impossible. Everything is possible with the Most High. And the world is putting it out there. The world. And like I said, that show, all of them was black. And the ones who was trying to control, who held them captive was white. The ones who had powers. They had to figure out how to subdue that person that had these powers. But eventually they got around to it. Brothers, these last days, the devil is very concerned. He's very concerned. His days are numbered. He's about to see a power upon a people that he has been fighting for years, thousands of years, killing, touching Yah's people. And now, here we are at the stream of the end of captivity for Israel. Yes, he's very concerned. He is absolutely concerned. We got to keep our minds sharp, stay praying to the Most High for discernment. Walking on water, yeah, that's going to be something we're going to talk about. We're going to laugh about it. We're going to start laughing about that stuff. Walking on water, and because it's going to be, oh yeah, okay. But the Most High knows exactly what's going to happen and how things are going to go down. We just need to be loyal to him like King David. Having that loyalty, and being obedient. Brothers, like I said, in closing, let's continue to pray for our brothers and sisters. Pray for them. Pray for each and every last one of us. That's what we need to be doing. And on that note, brothers and sisters, you all be safe out there. These are some pretty dark times we're living in. They dark, but I think they can get lit. I think they're going to get a lot darker. But at the same time, we go see the light. The Most High said it. There are going to be more light added to us that we have never seen before. And it's happening. The world is understanding it. They know it. They're fearful. All that fear that we had, they got it. Delusional is a part of their breakfast, dinner, and lunch. They're so crazy. It is absolutely unbelievable. Doing some stupid stuff. But it's the judgment that the Most High said is going to be placed upon them. They got it. You brothers and sisters, be safe out there. Until the next time, shalom.